My name is Michael Openshaw, O-P-E-N-S-H-A-W, and if you can't spell Michael, you don't belong working in the press. I am here today. I started out by talking to my wife, who is visiting her family in Taiwan, her mother and brother. I sent money to my Ugandan daughter, who I've been working with the Ugandan relief efforts for over 11 years. I delivered food to that a mother sent down to her son down here, who are Iranian, and I also dealt with some issues for my Indian boss. I know a little bit about immigrants, and I will tell you, each one of those immigrants, every one of them, is not happy about this situation, because it is making a mockery of the efforts they put in their own countries to come here legally. My wife spent 5 years preparing, working, studying, so she could qualify to come to the United States. And she came here from some of the best universities and has provided a technical expertise that this country needed at the time. We need to control this situation for any number of reasons. And we cannot wait for the regular session. By the time the state legislature has a regular session, we will have those 300,000 more that are going to be here. And I have several questions for the press. Why aren't you investigating any number of things? I'll give you an example. How many have actually seen the inside of these detention centers? Okay, we can't even get congressmen to go and visit these detention centers. What is going on in there? What kind of populations are we truly talking about? Everything we're talking about so far is anecdotal. We're not getting facts and figures from the Health and Human Services, the people holding these people. This is the type of stuff that the press used to investigate and demand to have access. That is the type of thing that we would ask that the press be involved in. Some other things is these disease situations. My first career, I'm a computer hack at the moment, but my first career was as a medical microbiologist. We do have some concern for disease states that are coming across the border. We do know, through again partially anecdotal information, about some of what have been detected in the people that have been apprehended. What about those that have not? Also, come September, the school systems, particularly in Hispanic areas, are going to be in a flaming disaster. Do we have enough Spanish-speaking teachers now for those people? No, we don't even have enough for them. It is those school districts that will suffer the greatest harm from this influx that is uncontrolled. We need to control it. We need to call a special session so that the legislature can act on some of this. And my other point I would make is, where do we draw the line? As I say, I work with Ugandan refugees. I have for 11 years. I can promise you I can find 1 million or 2 million of them who are better educated, speak English, and also are not ever involved in drug cartels because they shoot drug dealers over there, that we could bring into this country. Fine. Do we need to do that? No. We need to help these people where they are, because we can do it far more cost efficiently. We need to send these kids back. We need to keep track of those people who are concerned about them, need to keep track and help them in place. And that is my recommendation. Thank you very much.